Hello and welcome back to the Mr. Smelly Show. Today I'm going to tell you a real simple thing, okay? People are always talking about why doesn't my fragrance last as long as I would hope. I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to tell you the real reason why your fragrance doesn't last as long as you would like it to. Remember, my intros are now the outros, so stay tuned to the end for a hilarious outro where I deal with the subject of Katie Puckrick. Okay, today let's talk about this subject. Before we do that, if you want to buy fragrance samples in North America, that is the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico, go to myfragrancesamples.com. That's my recommended place to get your samples. Amazing site, amazing range, very reliable. Link in the description. Go there. Okay, here we go, folks. So, of course, many people, always in the forums online, in comments on videos, wherever you look, people are lamenting the fact that this fragrance smells great. It just doesn't last on my skin, and they're so frustrated about this. And I can completely understand that we all want a fragrance that smells good, but also stays on your skin or your clothes or wherever you spray it for it long enough that you're going to get noticed and people will continue to enjoy subtle wafts of your scent throughout the day. But let me tell you the real reason or reasons why your fragrance doesn't last as long as you think, okay? I've got to be completely frank with you guys. Sometimes this is just the way it is, okay? Certain types of fragrant accords stick on the skin a long time, okay? Things like ISO, E-Super, and Ambroxan, and vanilla, and certain woody accords and oud, they have the chemical thing. I got a D in chemistry at school, but whatever. But these things their molecule hangs around, survives in the air longer than some of the other notes out there, particularly citrus fresh accords don't last that long, okay? It's, to be honest with you, there isn't always that much you can do about it. I do have some fresh fragrances, Milestone, clone of Creed's Millésime Imperial by Club de Nuit, by our MAF, Club de Nuit Milestone. It is kind of really fresh, very similar to the original Millésime Imperial, and it does seem to stick around really well on the skin. The overall aura of this smell isn't sort of mega natural smelling. It smells a little synthetic but pleasant, as does the original Millésime Imperial. But to be completely brutally frank, and it's not good news, it's not the news you want to hear, the real reason why some of your fresh fragrances, let's say you love Armani Eau Pour Homme, the old classic here, or maybe you even love Erolfa by Creed, and you are complaining it just doesn't seem to be strong enough or last as well as I'd like on my skin. That's because they've got some lovely, beautiful, crisp, natural citrus fresh accords of the bergamots, the lemons, maybe even the nerolis, the mandarins, and these kind of things. I'm sorry, lime, they just don't last as long as you might like. C'est la vie, okay, guys? C'est la vie. This is it's like saying, I love my beautiful, sexy girlfriend. She has a supermodel physique. She's so perfect. And then lamenting the fact that when you needed to lift up your car so you could change the tyre and hold it, she wasn't strong enough. Well, you can't have both things, okay? The girl that's going to be strong enough to do that probably ain't going to look too dainty. And this is just the way that it is, okay? So just live with it is the first thing. Second thing, what can I do about this? You want a solution, I get it. Okay, to be frank, there are loads of simple solutions. Well, one or two, and it's not, don't worry about this, drink more water, so you'll be hydrated, you'll last longer on your skin. Try an unscented moisturizer. Marginal gains here, if anything, people. I'm sorry, there is only one answer. If you've got a fragrance like this, citrus one, that smells amazing, you've just got to spray a lot, spray often. Spray a lot and spray often. That's why this has got a pretty big lump out of it in less than a year of me having it with a collection of 400, 500, 600 fragrances, okay? How do you do this? Okay, so you either, if you're in a position to, this is a little bit of a big bottle, but some of my 50ml bottles, you can actually just slip it in your pocket if if you're wearing a jacket or something, depending on the situation where you're going, okay? You can literally take the bottle with you. Sounds crazy, but you can do that. You nip into the bathroom, whatever, and you spray a bit more. Most of the compliments that I get are in that first half hour or an hour after I spray. Or you can get a little perfume atomizer. You can buy these online, and normally it's a case of you just spray into the atomizer, or some of them have a thing where you take off the top thing and you have to do this little sexy maneuver, like that, and and then you have it in your pocket in a tiny little sprayer like ladies used to have in the old days. Men can do it now. That's how you solve the problem of a fresh fragrance that doesn't last that long. It lasts as long as you darn well want to if you have an atomizer or any other method of bringing it with you and respraying. Some people put in fragrance, I love this fragrance, but it was literally gone on my skin in 5 minutes. No fragrance is that bad. Here's the other big factor, okay? No fragrance goes that quickly. It's just not possible. The other big factor is your nose fatigue, the fact that your nose begins to kind of filter out the message to your brain of smells that are there all day, okay? Because it needs to be alert to smell the scent of an approaching saber-toothed tiger or mammoth that's going to kill you or trample on you, or an approaching gas cloud of poisonous gas. It needs to know that's it. It needs to be tuned into that. And therefore, if there's something that's a little bit there, quite strong maybe on your skin or whatever, even if you've got BO or whatever, your nose stops smelling that because it just defaults. It figures out, okay, the brain says, okay, that's the neutral smell. If I cook onions and steak in my room over there, and I go and eat them over there, and as I'm eating them, and when I go to bed that night, I'm probably not that conscious that the house stinks of fried meat and onions. But when I wake up the next day, when I've been in the other room where I sleep, where I can't smell it, and then I come back into the room, then I smell it. Okay, so because that strong smell was still there, but wasn't really changing, and was just became a background factor, my brain filtered it out. And that's actually what happens with your fragrance. So sometimes, first of all, don't despair. You may think a fragrance is letting you down, it's not as strong as you hoped, but actually, has it ever happened to you? I bet it has. You had sprayed on an aftershave or fragrance, and you thought, oh, I like this, but I wish it was a bit stronger. And then 3-4 hours later, maybe if you're lucky, most compliments will come earlier, but you never know. If someone leans in to give you a friendly kiss, hello, they'll say, oh, you smell nice. And you think, wow, I couldn't smell it at all. The smell's there, other people are smelling it. So here's the quick answer to your question. Why? The real reason your fragrance doesn't last. One, it probably lasts a lot longer than you think and is there to other people much more so than you think. And the other reason is sometimes it's just tough luck. If you get this vintage fragrance, as it happens, I've grabbed here, this happens to be strong. This one probably does last longer than citrusy ones. So some are strong, but some fragrances, particularly fresher, more delicate, maybe the most exquisite ones, for me, I love those, they just don't last as long as others as strongly. So you just got to spray more. It's simple as that. That's it. Now you can stop worrying about this and move on. I've done it. I've sorted it for you. If you thought my frank and honest advice and unpretentious was helpful and good, and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, Mr. Smelly 1977. That way you'll get more helpful and unique advice. Also, don't forget to watch my amazing live streams. We have glamorous and intelligent guests every Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening UK time. And here's a little clip. I did a video on the greatest fragrance YouTuber of all time. We had to decide who it was. In the end, I did pick Katie Puckrick. Not so active on YouTube now. I was a little bit harsh on her in this clip. I disqualified her. And then I changed my mind later. I'm not very strong in holding on to my opinions. See what you think. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Remember, sometimes life may stink, but at least we can always smell good. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Boy up. So Katie Puckrick, she's a massive contender to win this thing. The one factor where she gets absolutely jack shit score from me is consistency. You let us down, Katie. You just buggered off about 7 years ago after doing Colonia Acqua di Parma, the original. And then you didn't do jack shit. So that wasn't very nice. So she's getting a 0. In fact, she may be disqualified for completely failing to upload for many years. Katie, I've got to be honest. I'm kind of angry about what you've done there. You did all those videos and then you just go. I kind of feel like this.
I am angry at you. I am so angry at you. I am so disappointed with you. You are immature. You are narcissistic. You're an asshole. I had enough. Forget it. I had enough of you. I have had enough of you and your antics.
Yeah, after hearing that, actually, forget it, Puck. No, she's out. No, didn't upload, Lucian. Okay, Rome, so wait, let's do him.